Good morning. I pray everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. I did. I spent it with my mom on Saturday. And then yesterday, I spent Mother's Day with myself. Yeah, it was nice. Went to the beach. Went to the beach and I was walking the beach and I was like, man, this is really pretty. I don't usually go to the beach a lot. And so it was nice. There wasn't very many people there. The sun was not even bad. I'm not even burnt. And I was out pretty much almost all day yesterday. I don't really have makeup on right now because I am a little red from the sun. But it's okay. I enjoyed it. I needed it. It was really nice out yesterday. I want to share with you guys some stuff, some little things that brought my attention yesterday to the alls and the wows and the oohs of God. The things that we overlook that God puts in front of our faces. That's beautiful, meaningful, just something that God puts in front of our face to take our attention off the world. And we don't see it because we're blinded, or we're too consumed of the world, or we just overlook things, or yeah. But so yesterday while I was walking the beach, I was like, man, Lord, this is so beautiful. The wind touching my face, and it's the crisp air and the warmth. I just know that's you, God. I know that's you loving on me, And I was finding these seashells, not just the regular ones that you see with the little ridges, or, not those. Not the ones that are normal that you find in a store on a shelf for your fish tank. Not the ones that are normal. I was finding ones that were unique. I was finding ones that looked exactly like the one that I found before. So whenever I would pick one up and I would look at it, it had the exact same details on each side with the exact same points, little dots. I'll show them to you later. I'm going to record some more tonight. God's showing me that I need to look at some scriptures for you guys, but I'm giving you a little bit of a glimpse of what I'm talking about right now. So I found this sand dollar. I don't know if you guys know what a sand dollar is. So it's this little disc. They can get really big or they can be really small. Well, I found pieces of them, right? And so on the back of each one of them, they each had the same little design. It was like a little flower, but they're little slits, right? And then they have these little dots. And so I was looking and I was like, man, Lord, this is so cool because you created this sand dollar in detail. Just like God creates us in detail. God created you in a specific detail as the way he wanted you. You may be chunky, you may be skinny, you may be tall, you may be short, you may have one arm longer than the other arm. You may have one leg longer than the other leg. You may be missing things. You may have extra things. God has created you in the way that he wants you to be created. We often sit there, and I'm going to tell you, I am preaching to you because I'm preaching to myself right now. Telling you, I'm doing the same thing right now because I'm having little issues with my own, little fleshly issues. But we tend to want to change the way that we are and the way that we look because of society. We tend to want to look like celebrities. We tend to want to look like these models. We tend to want to kill ourselves and eat the way that other people eat when it's not even the right way to eat for your body, because we want to look like them. We beat ourselves up because in fitness, because we want to compete against other people because of the way they look, and we want to be better. Why can't we just be happy with the way that we are? Why can't we be happy with the way that God has created us? And I'm asking that because I want to know for myself. Why do I look in the mirror every morning and not see the pretty person that everyone says I am? Why do I look in the mirror and I see this person that's way huger than what I am? I look in the mirror and I see this really obese, chunky, fluffy person, and then I put on a pair of pants and I'm like fitting in a size 10, 11. That's still chunky to some people. But you know, like, why do anorexic people think that they're fat? So they have to make themselves, you know, sick. I think that's bulimic. One of those. But why? You know, like, what makes us tick like that? What gets into our heads and into our emotions that causes us to act like that? Maybe it is society. Maybe it is social media. Maybe it's that person that told you were fat while you were growing up, or that you weren't going to amount to anything, or that you were ugly, or that you had a flaw or a defect, or that nobody's going to love you because of how fat you are, or, you know, you're not going to live long enough because of the weight you've put on, or the weight that you've lost, or you're too skinny, or, you know, you look ugly in that dress. All those little seeds that were planted, because I've got a lot of them that were planted in me from previous, you know, not just like family, but from guys that I dated before in the past. You know, I dated some very ugly people, but I learned though, you know, and I pray that God heals them. I pray that they seek salvation. Like, I don't hate anyone. I'm not angry with anyone. You know, I'm not perfect. I did just as much damage to them as they did to me. I am not gonna lie. They probably did a little worse in some situations, but, you know, like, back then when I was in the world, like, I still had Christ, but I was a worldly Christian, and I was a very ugly person. And, you know, I've been forgiven for that, but yeah. So those are seeds that I planted in other people. Like, there's not the fat and everything. I never called anybody fat. Like, I like chunky people. But no, but there was some hurtful stuff that I've probably planted into other people's memories. You know, and those are little seeds that have been planted, and we need to dig down in there. We need to dig down deep into our emotions and see what created them. What made you start thinking the things that you think about yourself? What is it? What made you think that you're not going to get that job that you've been praying for and you've been asking and believing in God, but you just deep down inside you feel like you're not going to get it? What made you lose faith in Christ for not giving it to you? Or for not allowing it to happen to you? God can do, God will do any and everything that he wants to do. So what caused you to lose faith in him? What caused you to not have faith that you're going to buy that beautiful house on that low income that you have? Our God is good all the time. You could be making $8 an hour, and he could bless you with a humongous home, fully furnished. You just gotta believe. But what is that? What in your life Dig deep down in there. What in your life is causing that anger issue that you have? What caused it? Where did it start? The adultery. Dig deep down in there. What caused you to start cheating and start not loving the person that you're with? And I'm speaking to male and female. I'm not is it segregating? I think segregating. I'm not, whatever those words are. It's too early this morning for all that. What caused you to pick up that alcohol yesterday and take a swig of it? That alcohol that you've been saying that you want to put down, but you can't seem to do it. And let me tell you something. Don't blame your family for that. You have your own choices to make. When it comes to alcohol and drugs and violence and all that, don't blame your family. Don't blame your mom because she was an alcoholic and she shot up dope, or your dad because he was in prison and he was gangbanging. You're your own person. Trust me, the things that I did in my past, my mom and dad never did. So what caused you to be that person? Think about it today. Think about it. I know where some of my problems started. But where has yours started from? Sit back and think about that today. You know, because I'm going to tell you something. There's probably a lot of unforgiveness in your heart on certain things that you don't even remember you were, that you have unforgiveness for. And that's causing you to press forward and to grow higher with God. Did you know that? You know, I didn't realize that I had unforgiveness for someone that I grew up with. I thought I had forgiven this person. But did you know almost, let's see, 33 years later, I could remember that scene of that person abusing me. And it has caused me to have problems throughout my life with other people because I didn't trust them because I was abused. And then it even got deeper because I didn't forgive that person for abusing me multiple times, that I had thought I had forgiven them. But that left bitterness and hurt and resentment and anger and unforgiveness in my heart. And I didn't even realize that. Did you know that? Which was causing me not to be able to forgive other people. Because I would see that person in some of those people. So crazy how the cycle is, right? So crazy. I'm still working on myself daily, but it's 13 minutes in. I need to let you guys go before my bosses get here. My boss and my coworkers get here. I just want to tell you guys good morning. You know, today's going to be amazing. Like, don't let nobody tell you that it's not. Don't let anybody steal your joy. You deserve to be happy. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're amazing. You're a child of God. Act like it. Own it. I love you guys. I'm gonna load this one up. I have some I needed to load up from the past, but I'm gonna load them up too. I might need coffee. I don't know. I love you guys. I'll send some more love tonight, because I want to talk about something. But I just wanted to give you a good morning motivation and some things to think about throughout the day, and seek things that you need to forgive and things that you need to leave at God's hands. I mean, God's feet, and ask Him to take control over it. Well, I love you. Bye.